Bitcoin on the daily chart with our Gaussian channel overlaid and nothing else, right? Nice, clean, simple chart. Gaussian channel, the daily. We're going to go look at this entire bull run on the Gaussian channel and see what we are looking at in the foreseeable future because, as you can see, we are in danger of turning this Gaussian channel red the first time in a while. We've done it before, but not in quite some time. So we're going to look at the previous two moves that we've turned red and what that meant for price action and what we could possibly expect out of this time if we do not get above this median Gaussian channel line really quick. That's at about 66K. We have to flip that to support this week or we will flip red. All right, so what does that mean? Well, let's go back in history and see what we did last time. So we've flipped from green to red here. Were the lows in? So by the time we flipped, we had already established a low wick here. Was that the low? Almost, but we came back down and swept the lows yet again before moving on. The time before that, and this is it, right? It was only two times. This is the bear market over here. Bull run, only flipped red twice on the daily chart. So again, let's take our trusty stick here. We flip from green to red. Here was our low. Did we sweep that again? Yes, we hit lower lows. Previous two times, once we turned the Gaussian channel red. The lows were not in once we turned that Gaussian channel red. Almost, but not quite. So will the third time be the same? If we turn red, right? We could still save it, but we need to act this week. We must flip 66K to support this median line. Right? You can see just like we did right here. This is perfect example. That's what we need to do. Right? This move down to the lower, recover, hold it as support, and then we can go on. Right? We've broken this, right? We tried to hold it as support here, broke it. Resistance, come down again. We're trying to flip this back, but we got to hurry. Because the Gaussian channel is when you're below the average, right? And what's it take to turn it red? Just a slight downwards movement. I mean, not even. Just it goes down one millimeter, we're done. Right? But that, again, if that happens, what are the odds? Based on the previous two times, doesn't mean it has to happen again. But it would likely mean that the low is not in based on the previous two times. Right? And we could, in fact, not only test this again, but perhaps sweep these lows again. So we'll have to see if this week, are we going to turn red? Or are we going to stave off the bears and, flip this back to support and be on, our way to the top of the Gaussian channel is 70K. That would kind of put us back in these range highs, right? Just make it simple as possible, right? Make your charts clean. Support, resistance can take you a long way. All right, so that's Bitcoin on the daily. How about the weekly? We don't really need the Gaussian. That's way the hell down there. Let's take that off. Put on a couple moving averages. We have our EMA ribbon here. We tested last week all the way down our lows of 56.5. That's our 21-week EMA, just very similar to what we did here. Nice little trap move. So far, perhaps a nice little trap move again. Came back up. I mean, we went down to 56.5 and ended up closing at 64K. Pretty great. Pretty great move. But we're not out of the woods because we closed just under that 8-week EMA, right? You see, now that's two consecutive weekly closes under the 8-week, right? For the line chart, there's a one close, two close. So this week is going to be pivotal on which direction we start leaning. Great move by the bulls on this last week close, but the bears would argue you're still kind of in our resistance area. So we need some follow through. We could move down here. Maybe we bounce again. We go all the way down to the 14-week, this purple line, 14 EMA, 61K, and then we end up closing green again, right? We don't know. We have to wait. We'll update this every, at least every week, once a week. If you want, to stay more on top of all this stuff, get alerts, so consider subscribing through Patreon. You get access to our private Telegram alerts group there. We do a lot of extra content, and we keep you updated on everything you're seeing above my great, awesome head and chain link sign, right? So we look at everything. You get requests there. So if you wanted to do that, go ahead. Check it out. The monthly. How's the Bitcoin monthly chart shaping up? Well, look at it, right? Our highs, previous highs from the last cycle, breakout, retest, and so far it's looking pretty great, right? Not too bad. Holding off as long as May has been, right, 6 days, we've been quite some moves there, right? So May shaping up okay so far. If we are to close back up here again, imagine, right? I would guess that 80K is going to come a lot quicker than most think if we start to progress up here and going into the May close. So once June 1st arrives, depending on how this candle closes, I would close ultra bullish. Anything above 66K, that would engulf over half of this candle with a lower tail. That'll be pretty strong, and we'll update that towards the end of the month. So that's kind of all I got for Bitcoin. A little bit of an update on the daily, the weekly, what I'm watching out for. This week is going to be pivotal for the bulls to really step back in on this daily chart, right? We didn't look at it really on the moving average perspective. We're still on lower highs, 66K. Remember, that is also the median Gaussian channel, right? So we have to flip that to support. We're close. We're trying to make it, but we're still technically in lower highs and lower lows. So we're in a downtrend on this daily chart. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Lower highs, lower lows equals downtrend by definition. So we have to shake that first and just put in the rule, right? 67K, must flip, car of the day. McLaren 570S. All right, Spider. Okay, let's get to our quote of the day. How about that? It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. How profound and amazingly true. All right, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you liked the video. I'm sure you did. That's why you're here this long. Maybe you're just examining all the cars in the background, or you're just eyes ablazing at that neon sign, right? I get it. It's tranquil. Probably not the right word. All right, I'll see you on the next one.